What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, yo, it's Nate Dogg, 916, coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, man, y'all know what it is. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell if you want to keep catching my content, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody, all my new followers, everybody who hits the like button, everybody who hits the share button, everybody that leaves comments, man. I try to get back on. I try to respond to comments if they seem like something to be responded to. If you just giving me a shout out, sometimes I don't respond to it, but I will heart it. So thank you. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate it. February 8th. What's poppin'? So what today we're going to talk about is careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. See, when I was growing up, man, I made a video about this not that long ago. I made a video about how we grew up in our neighborhoods, and when we got into gangbanging, when I got into gangbanging, I got into gangbanging because I felt like I was hanging around with the same young men I grew up with, and we just all started claiming our neighborhood out of the protection of our neighborhood at first, right? Obviously, it turned into more stuff the older we got, right? And the politics got involved and all this and all that. But at first, we did it as youngsters, 12, 11, 10 years old, youngsters, you know what I mean? So it was a part of life at that point, at that stage in life. It wasn't like we went out and sought it. It was just part of what it was. It was basically the status quo for what was going on in my generation at that time, in the 80s. Yeah, I said the 80s. But what I've noticed as of late, and I actually know somebody who I feel fits into this category, is people who are enamored or awestruck or fans of the street life, prison life, politics of prison life, and you've never been a part of it. People have never been a part of it, but you consistently make attempts to insert yourself into situations that are in the middle of these lifestyles, right? Like people who grew up their whole life not even being in trouble, no violence, no nothing, and you get into your 30s and now you decide you want to, all your friends are gang members, and all your friends are ex-convicts, or everybody, all your friends are hustlers. All of a sudden now, those are all the friends you're trying to make. And my advice to people who think like this is, if you're that enamored with that lifestyle, man, just watch it on YouTube, man, because there's so many people that expose so much of these lifestyles on YouTube. Just watch it on YouTube, bro. Don't try to insinuate yourself into some stuff that can backfire on you. Because when I was gangbanging, not a gang member, when I was gangbanging, if I was outside looking for people that was from the opposites, whatever opposite it may have been, and I seen one person that I knew was with the bullcrap, I didn't stop to ask if everybody else in that group was with it. And if you are one of those people that like to go out and hang out with gang members and hang out with drug dealers and hang out with convicts and ex-convicts, you can get caught in the crossfire. You can. You can get caught up in a sting. You can get caught up in getting packed out. You can get, ain't nobody gonna stop because you say I don't bang. You out here with them, you bang too. Oh, I'm not involved. You out here with them, you involved. And like I say, careful what you look for. Look for, because a lot of people who glorify these lifestyles that have never been a part of it, they want to be seen as a part of it. You want to be seen as an integral part of whatever the situation is until it's time to start. You want the clout that come with that, I guess, you know, air quotes, the clout that come with it. But don't realize that the bullcrap that come along with it, such as violence, such as jail time, such as being away from your family for a long time. So leave it to the people that are already in it and ain't got no choice about it, or, you know, whatever their circumstances is. But don't wait till you already at a certain age in life to where you don't it's not even a part of nothing about your life, and then go seek it out. Like, there's no intelligence in that, in my opinion, right? Just stick to your script. Do what you got to do to survive. Don't try to get involved in politics. And that's another thing I see, is I see a lot of people on a lot of these YouTube channels who, when they were in prison, and I could tell, I could read a person, you know what I mean? I could tell by the stuff they say. I can almost tell by the stuff they say what kind of prisons they were in, what kind of people they were around. The type of stuff they're willing to say tells me that certain people weren't even involved in any kind of politics at all. And then people think, a lot of naysayers or just regular people think that just because you were in prison, you were in the top shelf of politics that are going on in prison. 90%, and that's not a fact number, that's just about an average. I say about an average of 90% of people that were in prison had little or nothing to do with the actual day-to-day politics of their car. Little or nothing to do with the actual day-to-day politics of their car, whatever car they may be. Most people that are in prison are just there doing their time. If a call come down, that's what you're doing. If the homie make a call, that's what you're doing. You not making none of those calls. You not in the conversation to make those calls. You don't got nothing to do with that. You are technically just a soldier or a moneymaker or whatever your position is in the game. That's what you are. But everybody ain't the coach. No matter what they may want you to believe, everybody's not a coach. Everybody don't have no say-so. You know, it's too many people that are really Indians trying to portray to everybody on these YouTubes that they were chiefs. I was an Indian. I was an Indian. I was nowhere near being the chief of nothing. Now, mind you, I've said this before, there were some chiefs that valued my opinion on certain stuff at a certain stage in my career. But me actually saying, oh, I had the keys on a yard, or when I got to a yard, it was my yard. Never. Now, when I got to yards, did people already know who I was? Yeah, a lot. There was almost no yard that I hit after being down like 8 years, I say. About 8-9 years. No yard I hit, no level 4 yard I hit after that. There were not people that already knew, one, that I was coming, and two, who I was already. Because like I said before, a lot of these level 4s are a small world anyway, because you only could go to so many prisons when you designate it as level 4 and you got a certain amount of points. And those people that are moving around from other level 4s are just moving around in a big circle. So you're running into people are telling stories about stuff that happened here. Your name may have came up. Like when I chased the dude across the High Desert yard, or when I ran across the Pelican Bay yard and rushed the dude that was walking with the CO. Like stories like that, those stories, they travel. And by the time you get there, it's like, oh, that's the dude that did that? Yeah, and I'm not glorifying those stories. I'm just saying those are the type of stories that follow you, you know? So, I mean, I know I got a little off track and went a little further, but most people aren't involved in the politics. But the politics will get involved with you if you decide that you expose too much from stuff you've heard. So, like I said at the beginning, man, careful what you wish for. Hey, man, you can listen to whoever you want, man. I'm going to just tell you the truth. Stay loyal.